Hello everybody, it is Christine. It is time for a 30 Days of Sketches layout. So let's pull that out. It's day 9. And we have this really fun, almost a flower looking thing, but there's 4, like 4 maybe photos in a way. There's a circle with a title and drawing, or you can do whatever you want, really. I mean, it's a flower with, circly things. This could be mixed media going behind, could be torn paper. There's some mixed media kind of going around here, and then like clusters of embellishments on either side of this like flower looking thing. Oh, and by the way, it's by Jennifer. She has a channel as well. We'll obviously have links and things like that. So what I pulled out is, let me see, sorry about that. December 2023, I was getting the scrapbooking coach at home. I actually really like her kits. I just, frankly, again, it was one of those, okay, Christine, you've got 3 or 4 subscriptions here. You got to figure out what are you going to use up? And I just had to pick one, so I don't get hers anymore, although I do still think they're really beautiful. I went in and pulled out like 4 photos of my daughter. This was from her Sweet 16, you guys. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? We had it like at this, it was a preserve, I guess. So there was like, not like where you saw like tons of like zebras or whatever, but it was like, it was in McKinney's, a museum type deal. And then I pulled out 2 punches. One's a 2.5, and I believe the other one's a 3. I'm hopeful, like if I stick these in here, I hope I can get enough of her. I really don't want to lose. I'm a little concerned. I kind of love these. What if I don't do? I'm going to have to think about it. I really do want to do the circles. If I do the 3-inch, that's better. I may do 3-inch. Yeah. All right, so I thought I might use these and then use this as a mat, but we will not be doing that. We will use this one. So I'll do like maybe 4. Okay, yeah, because there's 4. Duh, Christine, there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's why I did that. And then I have some various different little things. This came with like a little stencil, and then there's like some jewels and strings and stuff. There's actually some vellum. This is like a seamstress. Midnight Seamstress was the name of the kit. It had like little like patterns and things. So very neat kit. Very, very neat. There's some stamps and stuff. That's kind of neat. So in love with you. That's cute. And, but I liked it because there's the butterflies. It has this whole like purplish thing, which her dress was purple. So I shall go through and figure out what one to use. There's a nice little simple cardstock type deal. So that might be the one that goes in the back. I don't know. We'll see. This could go, I'm probably going to tear, that's pretty. It might be something like this. And then I might tear some papers to go through the middle as opposed to doing a bunch of mixed media. We'll see. Okay, so let me figure out my papers for certain and punch my photos. And we will make some progress. So I'll be back on in a second. You guys, I had to make a little bit of a strategy change on my papers because I've forgotten and realized as I started trimming things down that these papers from this scrapbooking coach, she tends to put like a little border on the bottom of the pages, and it's not the branding strip section. It's like the last, let's say 3/4 of an inch of the 12 inches. So I initially kind of had it in my head to use like the purple as the main or something. I don't remember which one it is now, but it was like I was going to use one sheet and I realized, oh, I can't do that because there's that little border strip and it didn't really make sense with the sketch or the layout or whatever. So I end up with a little different sheet on the back side, which has got like a little color blocking going on. There is some kind of sewing icons on it, but because I put the darker purple over the top of it, you really can't tell what it is, and it's just a color thing. So I'm totally fine with how this turned out, but that's why I had a little bit of a shift there. And then I took the butterfly paper and I torn it. Now, I accidentally put it a little bit too high. After I realized it, I go, oh, shoot, I need to bring that down. Unfortunately, I do tear the left side just a tad, so I can't go really. I was going to go down just a tad more because I started noticing it when I started put the little circles on there, and I went, oh, shoot. But you see I have that little tear there, so I can't go as far down as I initially thought I would right there. So I have to come back up just a hair to cover my little tear. So that's where we end up. No worries. Again, scrapbooking is a bob and weave type hobby. Sometimes things don't go the way you want, and, it is what it is. The other thing that I was a little bit I'm going to say annoyed. That's, again, too strong a word. I don't try to get too annoyed. The only thing that annoys me on scrapbooking is rosettes. And Miss Tara, if you're watching this, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Those rosettes get me every time. But no, on this one, I'm using my circle punch, and the top of it must be a little dull. So it was kind of messing the photos up. I'm not going to worry about it because I have so many of them. And frankly, this entire event here, I think it was 400 pictures. So it's totally fine. But I need to take some foil and sharpen my punch. So if you notice a little booger at the top of some of my photos, that's what happened. So I'm just organizing these little circles here into the little flower that's on the sketch. And I did put foam under the middle photo. This was just basically some photos. I did hire a photographer for, this is, like I said, this is my daughter's Sweet 16. If you've watched, I've done some videos, but it's been a while, I think, of layouts of this event. But she had a Sweet 16. It was a Mardi Gras theme. And we had rented this little venue. And I did get a photographer. Y'all, I'm sorry. I did over the top. I was the mom. You know, I'm the thing. We had some really cute stuff, too. We had a candy bar. That was so fun. I need to do another event with that. That was so fun. You pick like a color scheme and you buy all the candies in that color. And we did Mardi Gras. So I had yellow candies, green candies, and purple candies. And then I had bought like these little Chinese food deals to put the candies in. It was so fun, y'all. I love party planning. I really do. The problem is I don't have a budget. Like I struggle with a budget, y'all. Anyway, this was just some photographs that the photographer had taken. She was just out on the little deck and, you know, doing whirly twirlies or whatever. I have other photos of like the whole group that had come and then I have some of like the people that had come to the party. If I'm honest with you, I don't know that I'll ever scrapbook those because I haven't a clue who they are. I started off to put those little silver butterflies down. And then I thought to myself, you know what? There's that mixed media on the sketch. And I really didn't want to mess with like, quote, mixed media because, again, I'm trying to do these fairly quickly. And mixed media requires cleanup. But I go, you know what? I think I have some rub-ons that'll go. And sure enough, I ran over into my 49 and Market and I had these butterfly rub-ons, and I thought, oh, these are perfect. Now, they're very subtle on this dark purple, so I'm okay with that because I really didn't want to take away from the photos anyways. On a white piece of paper, they're very vibrant. You can see them over on the left-hand side. On this, it's a little more subtle, but again, I'm totally fine with it. But it's like purples and greens and blues, just a really perfect color combination. I have this little tool. I actually got this off of Amazon. I should drop a link. It came in a little set. It was actually like a little set of like a sticker removal and different little things, tweezers, stuff like that. I actually bought the set for the tweezers, but I saw that over there and I thought, well, this will work instead of a popsicle stick. So it takes me just a minute, but I do like this. I put this basically where the sketch showed the mixed media. And then I'm going to actually, I don't know what order now. Forgot. I'm going to actually end up stapling the butterflies. So give me just a second here. I got to remember what I was doing. I will pull out, there's that other half. I almost couldn't find that. Y'all, I have been setting stuff down. I had somebody comment the other day, I had lost this little heart. And she's like, oh, it was on your adhesive gun. Well, I looked on my adhesive gun. I have clearly knocked it somewhere else since then because I can't find it. And honestly, even in this little layout here, I'm almost certain I had 3 hearts with stitching. And by the time the layouts, I start to put them out, I can't find the third one. I just don't know. And y'all, I do not have a real messy desk. I don't know what happens. I think I fling stuff. And then when I fling it, I don't know where I fling it. And then I don't feel like looking for it real hard. Anyways, okay, so I got my 2 rub-ons up there. I'm looking at this bottom heart here, and I'm trying to decide which one. I thought I pulled this little stripe of rub-ons out first. I'm cutting the little branding piece off of that. And I think maybe initially to use that, and then I go, no, that's not going to look right. So I'm going to end up with the green set of butterflies right there. And that's going to go down because I thought, well, I'm okay using green because there's a lot of green in these photos too. So I've got green and purple, which I just love this. I could have probably introduced a wood grain or something because the deck is in there, but this works fine. So I'm going to put that down there. I'll add a little bit of like stray ones on the left side over there because she does have a little bit of stray mixed media looking stuff. So you'll see that in just a second. So I've got all my rub-ons on and I went over into my stash and I had this little set of florals with this one title that says Enjoy. I do not remember exactly who made this. This is quite old. It's a little old. I just cannot remember the maker. I'm so sorry. It's on the sheet without its kind of label. I start off just using Enjoy. I do use a couple of little flowers, and then I set it aside for a minute. And then I thought to myself, Christine, you've got like 2 things left on this thing. Go ahead and use it all. So I will end up using every flower. It's all puffies. I will end up using them all. But first I get my butterflies down here, and these are acetate. I could have used like Nuvo glue or something, but I really kind of got a little worried about it, so I actually end up using my stapler rather. I do not know if this is my tiny attacher or if it's a different brand because it's a little longer neck. I think it's a different brand. It has a little bit longer neck so I can kind of go into the page a little farther. I still have to shift these just a tad because I don't quite go far enough, but I love how this looks too. I like the silver staples. It just adds a little texture to the layout. And then this is where I'm going to add some of these little puffy flowers. I go ahead and add these. I don't actually quote journal. Like she has that little section that says journal on the sketch. I do add one little wordy bit, and you'll see that in just a second. But here's me trying to find a home for these little puffy leaves and flowers and stuff because I'm like, I'm not going to put this back in my stash, you guys. I need to use these. I do enjoy the challenge of figuring out a way to use the last of a strip of something, you know, your stickers or your puffies or something. It's always so satisfying when you see a very empty sheet. Okay, there's the little wordy bit I'm going to use. It says, sewing the tapestry of our lives. Perhaps a little off theme, but you can still see in the upper left of my back frame there, you can see a little scissors with, you know, that going down. So maybe it's okay. I actually come in and I put a few little pieces of these little pieces that I've cut out of the papers. There's a few little clocks, and I really enjoyed it. This is me looking for that heart, you guys. I had 2 of them, and I go, what did I do with the third one? I can't find it. So I pull the clocks in, and I go, well, that'll be my 3. Because I am trying to make a little visual triangle here. I like these little clocks, too. They're so cute. And after I glue those down, that is basically it. I will use a white pen in the very, very bottom right corner, right, May 2014, because that was her Sweet 16. And that is the layout, you guys. I really like this. It turned out a little bit more is more than I initially thought it might be. So I'm really happy with this. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist, the Facebook group, and all the goods. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.